Filo, has this tournament taken on quite a significance now you're out of the Heineken Cup?
Oh, every competition is pretty important to us, you know. And, we've got a proud tradition at the Ospreys. You know, we've done pretty well in the Heineken Cup. Unfortunately, you know, we didn't make the quarterfinals this time around. We've got some really young, exciting players coming through in this LV program, so we're looking forward to the prospect of them getting out there and expressing exactly what the Ospreys are about.
I guess that's what you can use the game for, is it, to give young players a chance and give people more game time?
Well, it's all about development.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about development, but also trying to get a pattern that we're happy with. We're never comfortable of playing a system of such that we sit and relax. We always, as coaches, we look at what we're doing, how we can improve it, but also the players are doing the same thing. So there's accountability in everything we do. I'm sure it's the same as you.
In terms of qualifying, the group's wide open still, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's an exciting time again. You know, if we do pretty well against the Blues, you know, the last time we played them, we didn't fare that well. We chased the game in the second half, but I think coming this week, it'll be a real good challenge in terms of what we want to try and get out of the game.
The last time we played them there, we started slowly and sort of fought back and just missed out in the end, so I guess it's got to be a case of focusing from the start, is it, this time around?
It's always about focusing at the start, you know, and it's not about the start of the game as such. It pretty much started at the start of the week in terms of our planning, the players, application in terms of what we're trying to get, attack and defence, and it's trying to combine everything that we're trying to get across, that we get a performance and the outcome that we want.
What was the problem last time then, do you think? What was the reason for the sloppy start?
I think it's possibly a few things. You know, the first half wasn't great. As you said, we started very slowly, and then the second half we needed to get our backsides in the gear, and which we did. And as you can see in the performance in the second half, we were more direct, very powerful, very physical, and we scored some points. And unfortunately, it was 2 points shy.
How much do you enjoy the opportunity personally to sort of take the reins yourself for these games?
As a development thing, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. I've got some really good young athletes to work with, and you know, in saying that, I've still got Sean Holiday here, and Scott Johnson, and Jonathan Humphreys here as the core coaching team. And what's good about the process that we've got at the moment is that as a young coach, I'm still getting told or helped along in how I can improve different things, but also the process. It's all about the process, and hopefully I'll be a better person for it at the end.
Do you feel you've benefited? You've learned things so far?
I learn things every day. I've even learnt a few things from your dress. You look very smart.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Can I ask you about Dan Biggar, obviously left out of the Wales squad. Does that surprise you at all?
To be honest, it did. You know, he's a huge asset to this club, and he's a young man, and you know, it's unfortunate for Dan that he's missed out on selection. The great thing about Dan is that he's constantly in this room, and the amount of detail he looks into his game, but also for this team itself, but also he understands his enemy that he's playing, and those are the biggest strengths that Dan has. You know, for Dan and for this organisation, you know, we look after each other, and we make sure we look within and make sure that you know, the obstacles that he's facing at the moment, we've got a process and how he can deal with it.
Have you seen him since the squad was announced? What's his mood like?
Not personally, no, I haven't seen Dan, no.
But I guess he's the type of character that you'd back to bounce back from it.
Well, he's a Welshman, he's a proud Welshman, and like any Welshman or Kiwi, he'll stand up for the fight.
And how good, I mean, he's had perhaps a patchy season in terms of form this year. What do you put that down to? Are you confident you'll be able to come back from it?
Well, that's probably a question you need to ask Dan. But the opinion of mine is, of course he can. He's a diligent man, very concise in what he does. He'll be able to bounce back, most certainly.
Hugh Bennett's another one to miss out. Did that surprise you?
Hugh Bennett? I most certainly did. I expected another 10 players to be in that squad. But unfortunately, you know, it's out of their control,
Mm.
and it's the selectors, and in this case it's Warren Gatton who's picking the side.